Z grind Wednesday, Z grind Thursday, Z grind Friday, Z grind Saturday, Z grind Sunday, Z grind any day, Z grind every day, Z grind all day. She be calling ZeXzy. All these fine girls tryna sex me. Man, I try focus, she no let me. She be in my DM, she dey text me. She dey tempt me, she wanna come over. Say she wanna taste my sugar. Say the man sweet fast forward. And she no want no order, come over.
The years will tell me the story that would have never
But
been
I
told.
choose to leave. Oh, when I'm empty inside, I'd rather rise and float. I choose to breathe. They call me solo to feel my halo. Why? When they see me in the mall, in the middle of a brawl, they spot me playing ball. Only my name they call. My role at my arrival. Ooh, now I'm on. Sit down, bunny. Make you give me company. Sit down, bunny. You turn me on. Sit down, bunny. Baby, give me company. Sit down, bunny. As the thing don't.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy ZeXzy. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon out here. Nice to have you guys join the live stream today. It's been it's been an awesome week thus far. Great weekend. Had to go check out my friend's new whip. Got a new car and wanted us to come celebrate with him. You know how we do. We had to turn up. Had some lovely moments and some good Nigerian food and everything. And then shout out to my sister too, who just passed her board exams. So yeah, congrats on that one. It's been a very very wonderful time for me out here. And not forgetting that the album is still coming later this month. It's a bit of a mixed feeling for me. This is my first album. I've never dropped this number of songs at any particular time. 28 tracks to go. And yeah, so I'm just thinking about how it's I'm hoping that it turns out for the best. 29th of August is the date. We're getting ready, we're getting prepared for the grand launch of that album. Every sound, the most eclectic album in the world, most diverse culturally, most diverse in terms of background, in terms of tones, in terms of style. It's a once in a lifetime album. I urge you guys, set your calendars. 29th of August is going to be a buffet of music, a buffet of songs. Nothing like the world has ever seen before. People have been eclectic from time immemorial, but not to this extent. Not to this level of diversity. I mean, going from Afrobeat to Afropop to jazz music and R&B and pop and orchestra, classical, like rock and roll, folk music, dance hall, reggae, merengue. I mean, so this album is it took us time to make, but it was worth all the time that we've spent making it. And we really would love for you guys to check out that album. It's a great album. Something that we're incredibly proud of. So yeah, the last time we were at Oklahoma City, myself and my manager um, we did the content for this album. We had to go up the mountains. Oklahoma City has so many lovely mountains, and we looked at one of them that was overseeing a river body, and felt like why don't we go to the top of that mountain and shoot some content, especially given that we're trying to do something novel for content as it pertains to the album. And then we had to find our way. I would say this is like, I've hiked before, but this was like the first time in a long time that that I went hiking. Um, Something that I've never really consciously done. I remember back in secondary school in Nigeria, I remember tracing myself and some of my friends tracing um, a particular fruit, that was close to our school. We had to go into a very forested area, and we were looking for that fruit, and we had to go through some modes and climb and all of that. And then we were ambushed by some bad guys, and we had to run back. Although that story never made it home, uh, but it was quite a time. And ever since then, I don't think I've ever done anything of that sort where I had to find my path and just to get to the summit of a particular mountainous area. So Oklahoma City gave me that, gave me that vibe. Um, if I was alone, I probably wouldn't have. But my manager was used to hiking. Jamie, he wanted us to try it out. Um, and then we did, and it was a lovely time. So we used the drone and um, to achieve the shots and everything. And the background sound of this particular content is the first track that is going to be on the Every Sound album. It's actually the intro of the album. So it's just generally talking about what you're going to find as you go deeper into the album. The fact that it's a buffet of songs and a culturally very diverse album. So without further ado, this is the premiere of this content, which is like, yeah, more like a premiere of the album and just like a trailer to the album and what you are bound to find when you play the album. So let's go check out this content, and when we come back, I'm talking about the next 4 songs on the album Every Sound. Let's go.
Here is an album set to change the course of the world forever. A world tour, a buffet of music, if you may call it so. Here is an album set to change the course of the world forever. A world tour, a buffet of music, if you may call it so. From his humble beginnings of Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, west of Africa, ZeXzy's music transcends cultural backgrounds from coast to coast, recognizing every major genre there is. Ladies and gentlemen, from the stable of Maple Grove Entertainment, this is Every Sound.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's the official trailer for the album. It was very interesting shooting that content, and I just been in Oklahoma, enjoying some southern hospitality. Um, yeah, I've been to the south before, but this was my first time in Oklahoma. but it was nice to be there and just have the best of what the town has to offer. So right about now, let's check out the next four songs on the album. Um, so the next track on the album, we've been doing 4-track series for the songs that is on the album, just the songs that you would find uh, when you get to play the album. So the next four songs on the album is Auria. So Auria is actually a Spanish name for obviously a Spanish girl, and it was done entirely in Latin in Spanish. Um, so because of course we were trying to stick to the theme of the album, we had done so many different genres, and we're thinking we needed to add a reggaeton song. For our Spanish audience, if we're saying we want to do an album titled Every Sound, we wanted to cover every culture and every background. So, you know, one of those days, my producer was working in the studio playing a beat, and I just started humming a melody. Hey, Auria, Auria, Auria. And the melodies started coming together. I recorded it on my phone, and eventually started getting the song together and just put it in pieces of the melodies here and there. And soon enough, we worked on the beat. Had to get a lot of plugins because it was a production we've never really done before. But eventually, we were able to come up with a nice beat. I didn't even think the producer will be able to pull it off because it's not actually a reggaeton or a Latin pop producer. His primary genre is Afrobeats. But one thing with creativity that I've come to know is if you set your mind to it, if you get the right ingredients, there is no meal you can cook. So there is no production you can do if you have the right instruments and the right cultural exposure and everything that you need to do it. So put together the beats. I recorded the song. Before I recorded the song, while I was still working on the lyrics, my label had to get a Spanish teacher for me because my Spanish wasn't. I don't even speak Spanish at all. So, but I just know that I enjoy Spanish music. I love the melody. I love the way they dance. The salsa and everything. So we got a Spanish teacher online. He put me through a lot of the consonant sounds and taught me how to even pronounce Auria. That is not Auria, it's Auria, Auria. So I started to learn. Google Translator also helped me a lot because times when I don't have my teacher by me, I had to use a Google Translator to get the words together. And then when we meet, I just tell him, and then he puts the words in perspective and in context. So that was how we were able to write that song and eventually came up with the song, which is the reggaeton song on the album. So when I say this album is truly special, we had to reach down deep to bring out the materials, to bring out the melodies. We got so many experts on board for this album, just to give you guys the best. So we can't do all that and not have people listen to the album. You guys have to set your calendars. August 29th, Go Feast is a buffet of songs, just like you heard on the trailer. It's just different sounds. Go in there, enjoy all the songs, and then probably pick your favorite because we're practically having a game of tones where people get to pick their favorite genre and their favorite song on the album. So all of the genres, all of the different songs are going to go head to head. And we're going to find out the one that people like the most and the reason why they picked that particular song or that particular genre. So that's Aurea. It's a Spanish song. You guys are going to hear me. You're going to hear me rap in Spanish. Ay, ya le gusta la fiesta. Bonita después de una siesta. Mamacita, su tiempo, ¿cuánto cuesta antes de decir hola? Hasta la vista. Ah, cuando no tienes la plata. I mean, you guys should check out the album. It's a great album. Um, Anytime I play the songs, I'm incredibly proud of what the Maple Grove team was able to put together. It's an amazing album, and you guys need to listen to it. The next song on the album after Auria, because Auria is like the last song on the Caribbean phase of music. You know, Small Life for my Puerto Ricans, my Islanders. That's kind of like the arrangement of the song. That was the last song for the Islanders, and then we needed to take a flight into mainland USA. You know, and also to the rural areas and all that. So Air Hostess was the perfect song to take us from the island into, you know, mainland and rural America. So Air Hostess is basically a folk song. It's a folk song that that was just, it's literally just talking about what I was going through when I wrote that song. You know, I was going through a lot of emotional turmoil. I got on the plane. I was heading to LA, and you know, here comes this gorgeous, gorgeous lady, uh, one of the air hostesses on the flight, and she was just so beautiful, and you know, and as at that time, I was seriously yearning for a song with a country feel. I wasn't necessarily trying to write a folk song. I was seriously yearning for a country song as at that time. So I was listening to a lot of country music, even while I was on the flight. I was playing a lot of country music to get my inspiration. And as soon as she walked, you know, as she was coming down the aisle, you know, the song just came to me. On a Boeing jet to LA was a glowing flirt to LA. You know, and that was how I got that melody. Not all the words just came right out of me, you know, at the first instance. I had to record the melody. You know, I found myself, you know, asking her questions and just stupid stuff. But I just wanted to talk to her because, you know, she was incredibly beautiful, you know, velvety chocolate skin and very nice looking woman. And yeah, so you guys will hear the other part of the story on the song, right? Air Hostess, um, very folkish, very nice, totally different melody, totally different vibe from all of the other songs on the album. That's why it's titled Every Sound. It's a buffet of music, a buffet of sounds, different cultural backgrounds. Um, I wasn't trying to check for, oh, this doesn't sound black, or this doesn't, you know, I was just doing the songs as they came. I listen to all types of music. I listen to Latin music, I listen to rural music, I listen to urban music. So that's why my influence comes from just different people, different cultural backgrounds, and being the eclectic guy that I am, I I deliver as they come. Yeah, so that's Air Hostess, beautiful song. And then the last song for today's series is none other than the hip hop song on the album. I think this will be the first hip hop song on the album. Yes, it's the first hip hop song on the album, and it's titled Beast. So why is the song titled Beast? You know, Beast is um more like me just talking about my craft and my game and the fact that I don't let anything hold me down. I express myself the way I want to, not necessarily worrying too much about how people are going to receive the message in the music. I just do it because I believe that when you begin to over meddle with the arts, or you're trying to overcraft it, sometimes you may not get the authenticity that you're looking for. That's why for me, when the way a song comes, that's how I deliver it. So Beast um, is essentially a song that's just talking about me. Yeah, I got a little braggadocious on this one, and it was just me talking about where I'm from, the things I've been through, um, um, my family members who have stuck by me, the fact that some people didn't believe in me, but I keep going. So that's the beast factor in that music, because I'm literally saying that whatever it is that is ahead of me, being the beast that I am, I'm going to face it head on. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to make sure that I succeed. And the song also generally talks about the fact that I don't put any boundaries to my inspiration. So the chorus is, yo, I'm such a music cheat. I don't only Afro beats for those who beef in this disease and disease. Well, I'm not a man, I'm a beast. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yo, 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 you see, I come from a Benin. I inherited it from my daddy, the attitude of winning. And my mom donated the voice I used for singing. You see, I sing like this and I rap like that. Can catch me on country boots or a baseball hat. So yeah, that's just what the song sounds like. So it's a great vibe. I had some friends who were listening, or were trying to celebrate with my friend over the weekend for his new car, and we're playing this song, and they were all just listening. I was like, "You're the one rapping?" I said, "Yes." They liked it so much. The beautiful thing about this album is you never know what the next track will be. You never know what the next song will be. It just takes you unawares, and you can't believe that the guy who had just fallen in love with an air hostess, and is this mellow guy, looks like a family guy, and on the next song, he's like this bad guy from the hood. Very diverse album. That is what makes it unique. That is what makes it special, and we left no stone unturned to show different sides of me as an artist, and just because one thing I've come to understand about human beings is that we all have different, and then we hide all of our other sides, which we have to live with behind closed doors. But this album was a true, inflection. Just everything that is on the inside, it was put on wax, and I think that's what true artistry should be about. Be vulnerable, be bold, be quirky, because there are songs where I was I was this just star, and I just try to be fun and comedic. So all of those different components of humanity is what you'll find on this album, and that's what makes it a truly special. August, we are gonna hit the world with the most eclectic album, the most diverse album the world has ever seen, and it's coming from the stable of Maple Grove Entertainment. Awesome team, awesome people, and once again, I'm incredible work. So this is not a single, this is an entire project. I want you guys to listen, enjoy yourself, And then after the album drops, we're gonna have a game of tones. People are gonna pick their track of choice, their genre of choice, what they like, um, you know, and which song they think is the best on it. And yeah, until I see you guys again, still your boy, Z, the E, the X to the ZY. ZeXzy. This has been a Maple Grove Media production. The man behind the scenes is Jamie Thyssen, pushing all the buttons, making sure that this production goes smooth. So I see you guys again. I love you. Peace. I'm out.
There is an album set to change the course of the world forever. A world tour, a buffet of music, if you may call it so. From his humble beginnings of Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, west of Africa, ZeXzy's music transcends cultural backgrounds from coast to coast, recognizing every major genre there is. Ladies and gentlemen, from the stable of Maple Grove Entertainment, this is Every Sound.